Say hi.
Hello.
Okay. All right. This is the first half of 2.3, polynomial and synthetic division for precalculus. We are going to be dividing today. We will learn about synthetic division on Monday. For now, we're going to go ahead and divide 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4 by x minus 2. So we're going to set that up in a division box. So I have 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4. And I'm dividing that by x minus 2. Okay, now the very first thing we want to do is we are always going to look to make this look like the first term. So we want to multiply by something that will make x look like 6x cubed. So what would I multiply x by in order to make it 6x cubed? 6x squared. So I am going to multiply my binomial out front, this x minus 2, by 6x squared. Since that's what I'm multiplying by, I'm actually going to put that above the line over here, the dividing line. So we're going to multiply. We get negative 12x squared.
Where'd you get that from?
This is like x minus 2 times 6x squared. So I'm taking this times this and this times this. It's like I'm actually distributing it through. I'm just doing it vertically rather than horizontally like we're normally used to seeing.
So it would really be 6x squared?
It's 6x squared times negative 2.
What about that front x?
I haven't gotten there yet. Now we're going to take 6x squared times x, and we get 6x cubed. Is this confusing? You want me to back up? Okay. Does everybody see why we're multiplying by 6x squared? We want this to turn into that. Okay, so I'll do it over here. That means we're going to take 6x squared times x minus 2. I'll do it horizontally. So when we distribute it through, we get 6x cubed minus 12x squared. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're going to put right here. Okay, but when I put it underneath this right here, I am going to subtract it because I want the 6x cubes to go away. So I'm actually subtracting this whole thing, which means that that subtraction sign needs to be distributed through to each of these. I just went through and I changed all the signs because we're subtracting. Okay, I'm going to put my 6x squared up here before I forget. That's what I multiplied to this in order to get this. Okay? Now I'm going to add down, and this gives me 0, which is what I wanted. And this gives me negative 7x squared. And because there's two terms in what I'm dividing, I need to bring down the next term. Okay, is everybody good if I erase this and over here and start over?
Yep.
Okay.
Why don't we bring down the negative 4? We're not that far yet.
We're not that far yet. We only need two terms at a time. All right, so let's change color to this. I want to make my x be negative 7x squared right here. So what do I multiply x minus 2 by in order to make the x look like this? Negative 7x. So that's what I'm going to multiply by. So I distribute it through, and I get negative 7x squared, which is what we were hoping for. And then I get a positive 14x. So that's what's going to go underneath here. Negative 7x squared plus 14x. Everybody good with that? Yeah. But we have to subtract it. So that means we're going to distribute the negative through to each of these. So that makes this a positive and this a negative. Plus, this is what I multiplied by, so that goes up here, negative 7x. This goes away because a negative 7x squared and a positive 7x squared gives us 0. And here we have 16x minus 14x, which is 2x. I have one more thing to bring down. Minus 4. So now, I'm going to erase this so I can have room. It's my working area. And I'll change color. I need to get my x to change into 2x. So what do I multiply x minus 2 by? I multiply by 2 in order to make it look like 2x. So that gives me 2x minus 4. That's what I'm going to put down here. But I'm going to subtract it. And when I take that negative and distribute it through, it gives me a negative 2x and a positive 4. And that means I don't have a remainder at all. And up here, remember I multiplied by 2. So I have 6x squared minus 7x plus 2.
I remember this.
Okay, now I'm going to erase to give more room.
Okay. Are we done?
No, we're not done. Because it says divide by x minus 2 and use the result to factor the polynomial completely. We're going to factor the whole thing. Once we found, okay, so here's what we have. X minus 2, 6x squared minus 7x plus 2. When you multiply those two together, that equals our original polynomial. So in a sense, this has been factored out. This is what we found to be left, but can I factor this even more? Can I factor that more? All right, let's check it. 6x squared can be broken into 3x and 2x, or it can be broken into 6x and 1x, but let's try this first. If I put 2 here and 1 here for the 2, I'm getting 4 and 3. Oh, there it is. And that's my complete factorization of the original polynomial, which is right here. Okay?
Why do we have to do that?
If
we were looking for the answer of what it equals divided.
the whole reason why we divide is to find the smaller factors.
Okay.
We will when we get to another level of this class.
For what?
Okay, just chill. Where did it go? I had something here. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, well I had something here, but I'll go ahead and throw it in again. Not what I wanted. Okay, so our next problem is to divide x cubed minus 1 by x minus 1. Now here's the problem with this. If we put this under the box as it's written, we're missing some terms. We can't be missing any terms. The highest power here is x to the third, and then it goes right straight to a constant. We're missing x squared and x. We have to put those terms in. So we are going to make this x to the third plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 1. And then we'll put this out front, x minus 1. This time I just have to divide. I don't have to factor everything else out, okay? Okay. Times by x squared. So I'm going to take x squared times x minus 1. That's my first thing. And I get x cubed minus x squared. So that goes right here. And what I multiplied by was x squared. So that goes right above that. But remember, I have to subtract the whole thing. So I have to go through and change the signs. And this goes away. And here I get just x squared. 0 plus 1. Then I have to bring down the next term, 0x. Okay, I'm going to change color. Ooh, that looks good. How do I get x to be an x squared? Multiply by what? X. So I'm going to take x times x minus 1, and I get x squared minus x. X squared minus x. But remember, I have to subtract the whole thing. So I have to distribute that negative through, which gives me a negative x squared and a positive x. So this goes away. This gives me x. I bring down the minus 1. And x minus 1, x times 1. And when I multiply this by 1, I get x minus 1. And I subtract it, change the signs, and I get a remainder of 0. So right here is my answer, x squared plus x plus 1. All right, let's see. Why don't you try a couple of these on your assignment? I got to put it on there first. Let me stop the recording.